That's entertainment. You know, when you're a great fighter, a great entertainer in general, you want the person to say, when do I see that person again? When's he gonna play again? When's he gonna fight again? You know, you gotta be able, if you can't put in seats, you're gonna get fired. You know.
Before we fight, and I have Crawford winning this fight, Crawford's gonna win this fight doing something that nobody's done to Canelo.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. And it didn't take me going to camp to know this.
Okay.
Weight gain. So Israel Majimov says that if Terence Crawford bulks up, that's going to be the biggest mistake he can possibly make, and that's going to hinder him from being victorious against Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Mike Tyson recently shared his thoughts after training with Terence Crawford, emphasizing the critical importance of staying calm before a major fight against Canelo. He explained that while the pressure on such a big stage is intense, the true battle takes place in the mind. Tyson believes that if Terence can maintain mental control and not let the pressure overwhelm him, he'll be able to perform at his peak and make victory seem...
You know, fighters, pressure, right? Pressure's not being hit. You know, everybody thinks pressure's like getting on stage. No, pressure's the thought of being hit. And that's how they fall. The thought is going, I'm not hitting that hard, but they think I am.
Right. So
it's all psychological.
Are you, when you're walking to the ring, are you noticing anything, or are you so locked in?
I see everything moving. Every person, every girl. I see every...
Dude, your walk-ins would last longer than the fight sometimes.
Do anyone have a napkin on my towels? And I'm sweating like a pit in one hole up here.
You're sweating.
We will get you one.
You're sweating.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're sweating like Charles Barkley at a spelling bee.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sweating pretty hard there too.
Exactly. So, Mike, we all know you hit hard. Who was the first person that when they hit you, you was like, oh, okay, this guy hits pretty hard?
Amir Khan, a seasoned boxer who once faced Canelo Alvarez in the ring, recognizes the huge significance of a potential matchup between Canelo and Terence Crawford. Khan praises Canelo as a great fighter with unparalleled experience but also highlights Crawford's genuine punching power. As Crawford moves up in weight and adjusts to the division, Khan sees him as stronger and more formidable than ever. He believes this won't be a one-sided fight, since both fighters bring exceptional skills to the ring. For Khan, this bout is more than just another match. It's a clash of two extraordinary talents, each capable of changing the outcome with a single move. While he respects Canelo's dominance at higher weights, Khan warns that Crawford's adaptability and resilience make this fight difficult to predict.
He did that to Canelo after, so to your point, can Crawford do the same? Coming up from 54 and 47, can he, or will that, you know, throw off the catch and shoot? I was gonna catch and shoot.
Make me think.
We're not catching and shooting.
We're catching and resetting and getting out of this range for a minute or two.
My fight with Arrow, I came back to the corner. I had a look on my face, I guess. And my dad said, "What's wrong?" I said, "Nothing." Like, you know, classic Sean, nothing. He said, "Sean, tell me what's wrong." I said, my legs are kind of tight. He said, "Your legs kind of tight." He looked back, looked behind him. He would always do this and look back at the other corner. I don't know why. He looked back at them.
It's a habit problem.
He said, "All right, we're not gonna use our legs so much this round." And I was thinking to myself, like, I need these legs.
I'm not trying to wear these shots.
Yeah, you know, to your point, when there's a feeling, you know,
when the nervous system goes out,
where does that adjustment take place? Do you trust the adjustment? Do you implement it? So that next round I did settle down a little more. You know, I was
lost around.
Whatever. Hello.
I ain't know around here. Chill out.
He don't even know around here. Pour this water on you. So we got some time until this fight. So you know, we ain't gotta pour it all out at one time. You know, we'll work our way up to this one.
Try to get on big guests to lead up to the fight.
Expect some more very, very big guests, and expect some very, very big things from the Puerto Rico podcast the week of Crawford versus Crawford versus Canelo versus Crawford takes place here. What is that? September 6th?
13th. I was just gonna say, you know, I've been critical of the fight because I felt like it serves as a foreground to the Ali Act stuff. And
analysts have been quick to raise concerns about Terence Crawford's age and experience at higher weight classes. By the time this potential fight happens, Crawford will be 38 years old, an age when natural physical decline becomes a significant factor in boxing. Although he moved up to 154 pounds for his fight against Israil Madrimov, many experts remain unconvinced that he's fully ready to go head-to-head with someone as seasoned at higher divisions as Canelo Alvarez. In boxing, age affects more than just stamina, it impacts speed, reflexes, and recovery, all crucial against a relentless opponent like Canelo. While Crawford's skills remain sharp, analysts worry his body may not respond with the same intensity as before. They see this bout as the biggest challenge of his career, testing him not only technically but also physically and mentally, given the high stakes and the quality of his opponent.
He is successful September 13th, Las Vegas, Nevada, Allegiant Stadium, when he takes on another first ballot Hall of Famer, 4-division world champion, 2-time undisputed world champion, and reigning undisputed super middleweight world champion, Mexican superstar boxer Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is 63 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout. Terence Crawford had one fight at 154. That was against Israil Madrimov, the WBA junior middleweight world champion, right? And since then, Terence Crawford has moved up now to 168 to challenge Canelo Alvarez, okay? And so prior to that, he spent 5 years at what? Welterweight. So the concern that people have for Terence Crawford, rightfully so, is that Terence Crawford will be 38 years of age 2 weeks after the fight. So he's 37, okay? Terence Crawford has one fight at 154. Prior to that, Terence Crawford has been competing, okay, since 2018 for the last 7 years at 147. Since June of 2018, he's been fighting at 147. His only fight outside of that division in the last 5 to 6 years was his fight against Israil Madrimov at 154, which he won, unanimous decision. I thought he handily won, but people thought that he struggled. Israil Madrimov is now 10 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 7 wins by way of knockout because he lost his last fight to Mexican superstar, WBC junior middleweight interim champion Virgil Ortiz Jr.
Crawford and his training team have been consistently focused on their preparation, making sure to avoid the mistakes that led to Gerald Charlo's decisive loss against Canelo. Crawford is quick to point out that he is not Charlo. His unique style, discipline, and ring intelligence set him apart. His team has crafted a strategy centered on movement, precision, and smart pacing, recognizing that raw power alone won't be enough to beat Canelo. Their plan is to frustrate Canelo with strong defense and capitalize on well-timed counters. The training camp has been intense, featuring rigorous conditioning and sparring sessions designed to replicate Canelo's power and relentless pressure.
Team Crawford just revealed that they're currently working on making sure that the Omaha native doesn't end up like Jermell Charlo this coming September 13th when he faces Canelo Alvarez. Now this report comes from Boxing Scene, wherein it was just revealed by somebody from Crawford's camp that Terence Crawford is, quote, wary of repeating the mistake that former 154-pound champion Jermell Charlo made to a new weight limit without consideration of other factors. Boxing Scene further elaborated by saying that Crawford wants to retain his ability to fight with fluidity, maximizing the effectiveness of his power punches from both hands and ability to fight from a southpaw stance. With that said, Crawford's camp is now on full lockdown from the media or any sort of distraction up until fight week. Now, it's definitely worth considering that while it's